So, good day, class. Welcome to our class. I'll be discussing Chapter 3 Internal Analysis, Distinctive Competencies, Competitive Advantage, and Profitability. Learning Objective. First, discuss the source of competitive advantage. Identify and explore the role of efficiency, quality, innovation, and customer responsiveness in building and maintaining a competitive advantage. Explain the concept of the value chain. Understand the link between competitive advantage and profitability. Explain what impacts the durability of a company's competitive advantage. So, what is competitive advantage? Exists when a company's profitability is greater than the average profitability of all companies in its industry. So one good example is yung mga PNG and Unilever, yung mga multinational companies na nasa Philippines. So basically, they have sets of products na ina-offer sa market like yung Ariel, Surf, and Tide. So based doon sa mga fabric detergent na ginagamit natin sa Philippines, sila yung nangungunang brand, di ba? So they have the competitive advantage compared to their competitors such as yung mga Kala, Speed, Pride, and yung mga other detergents na yun nga, yung mga detergents na ginagamit natin sa Philippines. But usually, 'di ba, yung ginagamit natin is yung Ariel, Tide, and Surf based on their brand name, 'di ba? And their customer value, 'di ba? Sustained competitive advantage exists when a company maintains its competitive advantage over a number of years. So basically, we wanted to retain the competitiveness of our product, especially for that specific market or industry. Hindi lang porket tayo yung na-attain natin yung competitive advantage natin for a year is already enough. So our goal is to have sustained competitive advantage. Okay? Primary objective of strategy, and then distinctive competencies, firm-specific strength that allows a company to differentiate its products and or achieve lower costs than its rivals. So arise from resources and capabilities. Resources, assets of the company. So ano ba yung mga assets natin? It includes the tangible resources such as the physical entities, such as the land, buildings, and inventory and money. Intangible resources, non-physical entities created by managers and other employees. So basically, ano ba yung mga intangible resources? It is the skills that your employees have. So it should have an job and skills match in order for you to be more competitive. 'Di ba? If hindi match yung skills nung hinire mong employee or worker doon sa specific task na dapat niyang gawin, there will be inefficiencies. 'Di ba? At hindi niya magagawa yung dapat niyang gawin in the right way. So maybe he will be able to do it, but mas mahaba yung time na kakailanganin niya para magawa yung specific operation na yun. Since hindi nag-match yung skill at job requirements. So brand names, company reputation, and intellectual property. So yun yung included din sa intangible resources. Capabilities. Company skills at coordinating its resources and putting them to productive use. Reside in an organization rules, routines, and procedures. Intangible, lead to sustained competitive advantage if they are rare and protected from copying. So if your company is capable in doing that specific task, kung kayo yung nakakagawa nun, so you have the capacity to be a competitive advantage, to have a competitive advantage versus your competitors for that specific market. Requirements. Firm-specific and valuable resource and capabilities to take advantage of that resource, or firm-specific capability to manage resources. So basically, if you have the competitive advantage, syempre mas marami yung order mo compared dun sa rival mo or competitor mo. So basically, you will have the chance to buy your raw materials or your product in bulk. Meaning, it will be having a quantity discount or mas mababa yung price nun, kinuha mong raw materials o that specific product compared to your uh, rival or competition. 'Di ba? Since mas marami kang umorder, 'di ba? Since mas mataas yung demand mo. So that's the tendency. Distinctive competency is strongest when a company possesses both. So if the company both have the capability and requirements, so factor on your competitive advantage, so yun, mas mataas yung magiging distinctive competency mo. So strategy, resources, capabilities, and competencies. So distinctive competencies, like what I have mentioned, we have resources and capabilities. So it builds uh, from the strategies, and that distinctive competence shape the strategies, and that strategies go to the competitive advantage. So pag nag-work well yung strategy na ginawa mo or dinevelop mo, you will be able to attain yung competitive advantage mo. Since yung goal naman ng strategy mo is for you or your company to have that specific that competitive advantage. And if you already have that competitive advantage, you can have the superiority on profitability. Of course, all people will be uh, buying your product. It means that, yun nga, mas mataas ang magiging profit mo compared to your competitors. Okay? Profitability of a company depends on the value customers place on its products, price it charges for its products, costs of creating those products. When a company strengthens the value of its products, it can raise prices to reflect the value. So ano ba yung ginagawa ng mga high-end company or high-end brands like Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Gucci, and so on, di ba? Mas mahal nila binebenta yung produkto nila in order for them or in order for their customer to see the value of their bags. Ay, mas mahal to. So, it means that not all people can buy it. So, 'di ba, for some people or the elites, 'di ba, mas gusto nila yung nabibili nila yung mga hindi nabibili ng normal na tao. Like yung mga Rolex now, 'di ba? Biglang taas lahat ng presyo ng mga Rolex watches, 'di ba? Reduces prices to induce more customers to purchase its product. So, ito naman yung ginagawa ng mga Chinese businessman. They reduce the price, but mas marami yung bumibili sa kanila. So, mas maliit na tubo, pero mas maraming nabebenta. It means mas marami ka pa rin tutubuin. So, that's their principles in doing business. They do business faster. 'Di ba? From that little, mas maliit man yung kita nila compared dun sa other people na nagbebenta ng same product nila, pero mas mura nila binebenta. Pero mas marami sila nabebenta. So, on their principle, mas mainam pa rin yung na ganun since mas kikita sila ng mas mabilis. At mas mapapaikot nila yung pera ng mas mabilis. Point of sales price is less than the utility value placed on the product by many customers owing to consumer surplus. Customer captures some of that utility. Customer reservation price. Each individual's unique assessment of the value of the product. Competition from rivals. So value creation per unit. So this is the formula in calculating the value creation per unit. So we have the V, P, and C. So we have the value, utility to consumer, P for price, C for cost of production. So in computing V minus P, which constitute to consumer surplus. So we just need to subtract value to we just need to subtract price to value. And P minus C is equals to profit margin. V minus C is equals to value created, and C includes cost of capital per unit. So as you can see in this figure, so madali naman siyang intindihin. So value, price, and cost. So value creation and pricing option. So we have two options. So option one, raise prices to reflect higher utility or increasing the value. Okay? So based on this diagram, yung option one, di ba? Mas napataas nila yung utility or yung value. While option two, lower prices to generate demand. So binabaan nila yung price from the initial state. So ito yung nangyari. Okay? So, value creation pricing option, managers must understand dynamic relationships among value, pricing, demand, and cost. So, as you as a future manager, 'di ba? Pag naging ano kayo, yun na, naging officer kayo with regards to this kind of things, pag naka-handle kayo ng ganito based on strategy and competitive advantage, you should be able to know the relationship between these factors, the value, pricing, demand, and cost. Kasi dito naglalaro yung value creation and of course the pricing. To maximize competitive advantage and profitability. So, yun naman yung goal ng competitive advantage, di ba? In order for us to increase our company's profitability. Kaya nga natin ginagawa yun lahat. Since business yun, we need to increase our profit. So, yun naman yung lagi yung end goal if you're having a business, di ba? How value creation and pricing decision affect demand. How unit costs change with increases in volume. Kagaya nga ng sinabi ko, since mas bulk ka umu-order, so it will relatively affect yung costing nyo, mas bababa. Kasi mas pag umorder ka ng bulk, there will be discount, therefore mas mababa yung mga raw material na ginamit mo. So, yung final product nyo, of course, dapat mababa yung magiging costing niya compared to your competitors na hindi umu-order ng bulk na raw materials. So the value chain, you have support activities. You have the company structure elements, which are the information system, materials management, and human resource. So for these three elements, it constitute to the R&D, production, marketing and sales, and customer service. So these are the primary activities that constitute to the company infrastructure. So basically, as an industrial engineer, lahat ng area naman ito pwede natin pasukin, 'di ba? Starting from the R&D wherein all things began here, 'di ba? Lahat ng produkto na nilalabas natin sa market all coming from R&D first. Because R&D is the one designing, developing, knowing what raw materials to use, what might be the possible error or rejects na pwedeng mangyari doon sa pag-produce natin ng items, the life cycle of the product, and so on. And then right after, it will be going to the production wherein we will be optimizing the processes. So as an industrial engineer, we can work as a process engineer and we can optimize the production flow, the layout, and so on. And then we have the marketing and sales. So of course, kailangan natin ng marketing and sales in selling our product. And also, with regards to the needs or the improvements of our products because they're the one that directly talking to our customer. And then we have the customer service or the after sales of our product. For example, 'di ba? There are machines specifically ginagamit natin sa plastic manufacturing, yung mga injection machine, 'di ba? Ang mostly nagpo-produce ng mga makina na yun ay from Japan or Germany. So basically, before tayo mag-decide kung saan tayo order, we need to know kung meron ba silang after sale. Like, will they be able to provide us assistance if something happened to our machine? If it is, if this machine needs some repair, are they able to go to the Philippines and, di ba, fix our machine? Or meron ba silang offices sa Philippines that can, 'di ba, help us in fixing our machine. So it is one of the important things in dealing with the value chain. Primary activities relate to products design, creation, delivery, marketing, support, and after-sales service. So basically, yun nga yung mga activities na dapat nating pinagtutuunan ng pansin since yun yung tinitignan din ng mga customer natin. Research and development. So yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi ko, all things started with research and development. So from the conceptualization until kung paano siya i-dispose. So yung product life cycle. Design of products and production process, yun nga. So need din sa R&D nun kung paano natin siya i-produce. So we need work instruction on how we'll be able to produce that specific item based on our defined standards. Superior product design increases products functionality and add value. So yun nga, yung mga superior product like maybe yung iPhone. So, 'di ba? Mahal actually ang iPhone and not all Filipinos can afford it. So someone need to use their credit card in order for them to buy that one since they cannot buy it in on cash. So basically, they since Apple is one of the best iPhones, I mean best smartphones here, so we'll be able to see its functionality and its value to the customer. Since ang gaganda ng camera ng Apple, mabilis yung mga processor ni Apple, and so on. So we seek those superior products in our daily lives since yun nga it's a social status, and besides that we wanted to work faster and efficient. Production, creation of processes of goods or services like what I have mentioned earlier, helps lower cost structure and leads to differentiation. So basically yun nga, as a process engineer or production engineer, we handling the continuous improvement in our plant. So with I would be able to know what are the things that needs to be improved in order for the flow of people inside this building will be good. Okay? Marketing and sales, brand positioning and advertising increase customers' perceived value of a product. So yun nga, if yung product mo already nakaposition na dun sa market, like yun nga, bumibili ka ng maybe sasakyan, so ano yung mga nakaposition sa atin sa Pilipinas? Number one is Toyota, Mitsubishi, di ba? Diyan lang naman umiikot yung mga sasakyan ng Pilipino because that's the most affordable one na pwede nating mabili. And even you just use your card and then you will pay it monthly, ba? And then yun nga, yung brand positioning na ng Toyota at Mitsubishi, 'di ba? Na hindi na mababasag man 'yan in the coming years, 'di ba? As far as we know. Since Toyota is now venturing to electric vehicle as well, maybe they will be doing more hybrid cars from last year since we're really leaning towards the SDG na. Yeah. Marketing and sales help create value by discovering customer needs. So like what I have mentioned earlier, since yung marketing and sales yung directly nakikipag-usap kay customer, they're the first one na nakakaalam kung ano yung dapat natin baguhin for this specific product. It's a form of improvement, not mocking that specific person. Since they're the one that knows the industry well, since matagal na silang gumagawa nun. So better ask their opinion, 'di ba? Kung paano natin mapapaganda yung business natin. Customer service, provide after sales service and support. Yun nga, yung parang yung sinabi ko, if something happens to that specific machine, there should be like a guy that can fix that one. Create superior utility by solving customer problems and supporting customer after purchase. Yun nga, yung mga after sales, after purchase. So after they go to New York and have those extravagant clothes, 'di ba? Ang dami pa lang pinagdaanan bago nila nasuot. Since mga limited edition piece yan. So, support activities. Provide inputs that allow the primary activities to take place. So, yun nga. Materials management. Controls the transmission of physical materials through the value chain. Lower costs and creates more profit. Human resources ensures value creation by making sure that the company has the right combination of skilled people. Diyan, kagaya ng sinasabi ko, di ba? Dapat may skilled people that will be matched with the required task or required job, di ba? Information system, electronic system to improve efficiency and effectiveness of a company's value creation activity. So, 'di ba yung electronic system or yung mga ginagamit nating software in dealing with our stocks from raw materials to work in process in the production, how many orders, how many order point that will automatically send on the 'di ba supplier pagka na-hit na ng order point yung yung raw materials mo, there might be a prompt to your supplier na mag-order na siya ulit. Company's infrastructure, company-wide context within which all the other value creation activities occur. So, ayun nga, yung ano ba yung mga company infrastructure. So, it includes yun nga, yung mga software na ginagamit natin for our bill of materials, yung MRP natin, yung mga raw materials natin, yung mga record, yung mga dashboard, and so on. Also includes yun nga, yung mga buildings, kung ano yung meron tayong facility and equipments. Organizational structure, control system, and company culture. So building blocks of competitive advantage. So we have four factors that constitute the building blocks of competitive advantage. We have the superior quality, superior customer responsiveness, superior innovation, and superior efficiency. So for competitive advantage, the goal is to have low cost and differentiation with other. So, superior quality. So, kagaya nung example ko lang, gaya yung sa sabon ng P&G and Unilever. So, they have, di ba, as what I have known and other people known, that Ariel, Tide, and Surf is the leading detergent in the Philippines. Why? Kasi maganda yung detergent nila. So, easily natatanggal yung dumi and mabango yung damit because of good quality. Okay? Superior customer responsiveness. So, from that, 'di ba, yung mga customer natin, maganda yung feedback nila doon sa specific product. So, they continuously order or buy that specific product. And also, 'di ba, yung customer service nila with regards to that specific product na binili mo. For example, yung machine na binili mo sa Japan, yung Mitsubishi na, kunwari, Mitsubishi na panggawa ng plastic. And then in the Philippines, you don't know how to fix it. So you call yung supplier mo from Japan and then they provide you what might be the cause of that problem and how you will be able to fix that problem. Kung paano ba i-repair yun, kung may nasira man ba. Superior innovation. So, like what Apple is doing right now, they, 'di ba? Sila yung nag-start ng mga magagandang camera sa cellphone, yung touchscreen, yung Apple Watch, yung smartwatch, 'di ba? The iPad, 'di ba? Yung mga Bluetooth na speaker and so on. So, it means that they have superior innovation in terms of their product line. Iniisip talaga nila ano yung magiging future ng product nila. At ano ba dapat yung ini-integrate pa nilang iba. We also have superior efficiency. So of course, if you have good processes, good R&D, di ba? You'll be able to produce products in more efficient way. Kasi na-design mo na yan eh. Alam mo na kung ano dapat yan eh. Alam mo na dapat yung efficiency ko is 100%. Di ba? Kasi yung ano natin, yung rejects natin dapat gantong level lang and so on. Okay? So this is one video with regards to how Apple, 'di ba? Kung paano sila nagkaroon ng competitive advantage in their respective market.
Today we are going to discuss how Apple, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, has developed its competitive advantage. Apple has been in the market for nearly half a century now. Starting its journey from a garage to one of the biggest headquarters in Cupertino, Apple has come a long way. Over its lifetime, the company has seen a lot of ups and downs, but in the last decade Apple has managed to maintain a steady growth to become one of the biggest technology firms in the world. As of 2022, Apple has earned a revenue of more than $365 billion, putting the tech giant at third position, right after Walmart and Amazon. On top of that, Apple is also the most valued company in the world, with a market cap of $2.64 trillion. So, clearly this company has been on top of their game, going head-to-head with some of the biggest brands in the tech industry, including Samsung and Microsoft. But, how exactly has Apple been able to maintain its success in one of the most competitive and rapidly developing industries? The answer lies in its ability to create superior competitive advantage. As mentioned before, Apple operates in the technology sector, which is perhaps the most rapidly growing industry at the moment. The fast-paced industry growth has always been attracting new market players, thus making the competition steeper than ever. The competitors of Apple are constantly trying to outpace the company by introducing new products and services that can create a strong impact among the consumers. However, even in such a strong competitive environment, Apple has been able to maintain its leadership position. The competitive advantage of Apple is based on its differentiation. We can take a look at this using the Porter's generic strategy model. Based on this model, a company can generate competitive advantage through 4 different ways, such as cost leadership, cost focus, differentiation and differentiation focus. In case of Apple, the tech giant follows the differentiation strategy, where it operates on a broad market, while focusing on creating a distinct value. The differentiation strategy of Apple is quite apparent in its branding. The
So sorry for that.
Today we are going to discuss how Apple, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, has developed its...
Wait, I'll be presenting it again for this one. For a moment guys. So, sorry for the interruption. I'll be sharing this one. Okay.
is quite apparent in its branding. The company has created a brand image with high aspiration value and top-of-the-mind brand recall. Apple products are one of the most sought-after commodities in the consumer electronics sector. And people have done some really crazy things to get their hands on them, especially the iPhone. Apart from the aspiration value,
Hi, welcome to the next episode.
Sorry for
Amazon. On top of that, Apple is all in its branding. The company has created a brand image with high aspiration value and top-of-the-mind brand recall. Apple products are one of the most sought-after commodities in the consumer electronics sector. And people have done some really crazy things to get their hands on them, especially the iPhone. Apart from the aspiration value, Apple products are also known for its premium nature. The company has always been quite vocal about the uncompromised quality of its products and user experience.
Our goal is to make the best personal computers in the world and to make products we are proud to sell and would recommend to our family and friends.
And in almost every instance, Apple has been able to meet its promise and live up to the expectations of the customers. The differentiation of Apple is clearly reflected in the overall user experience, which is achieved through its innovative product design. For Apple, the company has always kept the technology in the background, while keeping the user experience in the front.
You've got to start with the customer experience and work backwards to the technology. You can't start with the technology and try to figure out where you're going to try to sell it. And I've made
This as a result has attracted a lot of customers across the world, which is clearly visible in the rapid growth in year-on-year sale. In order to create a unique user experience, the company has created a collaborative ecosystem of products. Each of the Apple products are designed in such a manner that when they're used together can offer superior value to the customers. The iPhones, Macs, iPads and other Apple products has created an ecosystem of products which offers better experience than any other brand in the market. This as a result has enabled Apple to create a strong differentiation among its peers. Apple is extremely dedicated to controlling the overall user experience. So much so, that the company develops its own operating systems and microprocessors. No other company has so much control over its product design and experience, as much as Apple. The recent shift from Intel to the M series of processors for the personal computers have further strengthened its hold on user experience. This competitive advantage of Apple has been pushing the firm to stay ahead of the crowd. In the next few years, the company is likely to widen its product and service portfolio, which will further strengthen its ecosystem. Apple seeks to create its differentiation not just by product innovation, but through innovation in unique customer experience. Does that mean Apple will always be the market leader in branding? Hard to say, but other market players will keep on trying everything they can to overtake the market giant.
So basically, that's the competitive advantage of Apple. So on how they differentiate their company from other companies, 'di ba? So that's how smart they are. 'Di ba naisip nila na they will create their own ecosystem and then yun nga. So next.
One of the
So building blocks of competitive advantage. So quality as excellence, product features and functions, and level of service associated with its delivery. So yun, dapat on time lagi yung mga delivery natin. So, doon nagsusukat din na kunwari may brand name ka nga pero hindi mo naman na-deliver on time yung order. So, ano ba yung ano nun, yung epekto nun kung hindi mo ma-deliver on time yung produkto na in-order sa'yo ng customer mo? Of course, there will be loss of sales on their end. Loss of advantage, yun nga, loss of advantage. Na dapat nakabenta ako nito at dapat hindi siya bumili dun sa competitor ko. Pero dahil wala pa yung produkto ko, dahil hindi pa na-deliver, ayun, napunta siya sa kalaban mo. And, di ba, pwedeng malos mo yung customer na yun. Quality as reliability occurs when a product consistently performs the function it was designed for and seldom breaks down. So, as a reliable product, di ba, meron tayong thinking na if that specific product is made in Japan, matibay yan. Pero pag gawa siyang China, ay hindi matibay yan. So we have those thinking. But hindi naman lahat ng cases ay ganun. But first, good example is that in a plastic manufacturing company, most of our machines is coming from Japan or Germany. Because subok na yung reliability nila. Subok na yung tibay nila. Okay? Innovation, product innovation, development of products that are new to the world or have superior attributes to existing products. So, yun, kagaya nung ecosystem na ginawa ni Apple. They do product innovation na nasa own ecosystem lang nila yung ano nila, mga nilalabas nilang produkto. Yung iPad, yung watch, 'di ba? Yung AirPods and so on, 'di ba? That's how smart Apple is in doing product innovation. Process innovation, development of new processes or process for producing products and delivering them to customer. So basically, yung mga company na malalaking company or yung mga matatagal na company na nag-o-offer ng specific product, 'di ba? Na ganito or na sa isang market. Most probably they have their own practice. They have their own process na hindi alam nung competitor. Na dahil doon sa specific process na 'yon, nakakapag-produce sila ng more better quality product, 'di ba? So, yun nga based on my experience, yun nga, yung mga malalaking company have their own trade secrets. Customer responsiveness. Superior responsiveness achieved by identifying and satisfying customer needs better than one's rival. So yun, you need to provide them as much as possible good customer service, not only during the time of sales, but also the after sales. Customer response time, time that it takes for a good to be delivered or a service to be performed. So yun, kung gaano kabilis ka ba dapat mag-deliver, 'di ba? Other sources, superior design, service and after sales, service and support. Competitive advantage and the value creation cycle. So we have three factors that constitute to the value creation cycle for competitive advantage and superior profitability. So we have first business model. A company develops a business model that uses a distinctive competencies to differentiate its products and or lower its cost structure. Yun, kagaya nung ano natin, yung example natin kay Apple. They created their own ecosystem of like yung cellphone, yung iPhone, yung watch, 'di ba, yung AirPods, yung laptop, yung MacBook, and so on, 'di ba? They created their own. So, that's their business model na pag bumili ko nito, bibili rin ako nito. Kasi, yun lang yung nakakapag-function for that specific item. We have distinctive competencies. Distinctive competencies are firm-specific strength that allow company to achieve superior efficiency, quality innovation, and responsiveness to customer. And lastly, we have strategies. A company implements a set of strategies to configure its value chain to create distinctive competencies that give it a competitive advantage. So, based from our strategies developed, nag-work well ba siya? And if nag-work well ba, natin ba natin yung competitive advantage? Barriers to imitation make it difficult for a competitor to copy a company's distinctive competency. So, kagaya sa Apple, 'di ba? No other uh, cellphone company can copy their camera quality, 'di ba? Sabihin man natin sa hindi, one of the best features of iPhone is their camera. It's so clear, 'di ba? And then year after year nag-i-improve yung quality. Greater barrier, more sustainable companies, competitive advantage. Imitating resources, firm-specific and value-tangible resources are the easiest to imitate. Tangible resources, we have the brand names. Imitating them is prohibited by law. But yun nga, di ba? Yung ibang nanggagaya, mas malapit sa pangalan nila yung ng mga big names yung ginagawa nilang brand names, di ba? Barriers to imitation, again, marketing and technical know-how. Easy to imitate owing to movement of skilled personnel between companies and visibility of strategies to competitors. So, ayun nga, di ba? Kaya nga nagkakaroon ng, di ba? From one company susulutin ka from that company in order for you to tell them the process that they are doing to that specific company, pero bawal yun. But yun nga, nakita nila na may skills ka na kaya mo palang gawin to for that specific company, you can also, 'di ba, replicate that one to our company. Technological know-how, easy to imitate as patents do not provide complete protection. So, 'di ba yung mga patent naman parang 20 years lang naman yung meron sila. And then right after that, other companies can copy your design. So, yun yung nangyayari ngayon sa mga semiconductor company. So, kagaya nga ng ano, yung sa kaibigan ko na nagtatrabaho sa TSMC. So, TSMC is the biggest semiconductor company in the world that is based in Taiwan. So, bawal sila magdala ng hindi company cellphone. Yung mga, ayun nga, yung mga camera ng laptop nila, ng cellphone nila, all disabled. Para hindi makuhanan yung trade secrets nila. 'Di ba? Gano'n kahigpit. Since, yun nga, hindi natin alam kung meron bang spy inside the company na pwede niyong ibigay yung mga company secrets to the competitors, 'di ba? Imitating capabilities difficult as they are not visible to outsiders. No one individual has access to all internal operating routes and procedures of a company. So kaya ngayon, talagang sinisikreto nila yung mga, 'di ba? Yung mga design nila. Siyempre baka magaya. Capability of competitors and industry dynamism. Capability of competitors is determined by nature of competitors' prior strategic commitments. Strategic commitment, company's commitment to a particular way of doing business. Absorptive capacity, ability of an enterprise to identify value, assimilate and use new knowledge. Most dynamic industries are those with a very high rate of production innovation, where product life cycles or competitive advantages are short-lived. Yun nga, yung kagaya nangyayari ngayon sa mga semicon na chips, di ba? From last year na 5, ngayon 4 na lang, sa susunod 3 na lang, sa susunod 2 and 1, di ba? Palit ng palit yung mga chips sa cellphone natin pero nagiging mas powerful siya. Ba? Sustainability and durability of competitive advantage. So, competitive advantage must be valuable in the sense that it exploits opportunities and or neutralizes threats in a firm's environment. It must be a rare among firms' current and potential competitors. It must be imperfectly imitatable, and then it must not have strategically equivalent substitutes. Overall, a sustainable competitive advantage requires value creating products, processes, and services that cannot be matched by competitors now, and plan strategies to maintain that position as you scale. So, reasons for failure of companies. So, inertia. Companies find it difficult to adapt to changing competitive conditions. So, ano yung ba yung mga example ng company na ganito? Like yung Nokia, 'di ba sila dati talaga yung ginagamit nating cellphones, but they didn't adapt to the changes that, yun nga, yung competitor nila like Apple na, 'di ba, nag-produce sila ng touchscreen na mga cellphone. Pero si Nokia, nag-stick siya dun sa design niya. So ano yung nangyari, 'di ba? Nalugi sila. Power struggles and hierarchical resistance to make change difficult. Prior strategic commitments limit a company's ability to imitate rivals. Cost competitive disadvantage, the Icarus paradox, companies become very specialized and myopic. Lose sight of market realities. Yun nga, kagaya ng nangyari sa Nokia, hindi nila nakita na yung trend pala papunta na doon. But they stick to their principle and their usual thing na ginagawa nila. Ba? So, steps to avoid failure, focus on the building blocks of competitive advantage. Yun, apat. Institute continuous improvement and learning. 'Di ba? Kailangan natin mag-adapt to changes. Track best industrial practice and use benchmarking. So ano ba yung ginawa ni Toyota sa GM Motors? Bakit sila naging successful? They do benchmarking in GM Motors na dapat pala may ganito tayo. Dapat pala i-implement din natin yung ganito while still improving pa yung kung ano yung ginagawa ng GM Motors sa Toyota, 'di ba? Mas in-improve pa nila. Overcome inertia. And lastly, the role of luck, 'di ba? Minsan talaga hindi natin maitatago na yung swerte talaga is one of the key factors in doing good business. Basically, that ends our lesson. Thank you for listening.